let's take a look at a few different material types in this movie. So I have three teapots over here, a simple sphere, and a box. So the first material type we're going to talk about is going to be the double-sided material. So I'm going to just pull my slate material editor in over here. Let's minimize it. And with the teapot selected, let's go to standard and let's go to double-sided. So let's double click on double-sided over here. You can see I have something called a facing and a back material. And if I go to facing over here, the facing is a standard material and this is a back. So I can go here and right now simply change the color. You can apply a map and everything. So here's my facing material and I'm going to double click on the back, click on back, and that's again a standard. And let's go here and apply like a red color. And remember, you can apply maps and bump maps and everything. These are different networks by themselves in the sense there's a standard over here and there's a standard over here and you can plug anything in. So right now with the teapot selected, I'm simply going to apply this and let's minimize this and let's zoom on the teapot over here and let's render. So you can see immediately I've got a facing and a back material. So that's your double-sided material over there. Let's move on and let's take a look at. So I'm not going to apply any maps right now. I'm just simply going to apply colors just to get through our video in time. So let's go to the next one, which is going to be the top and bottom. So I'm just going to right click and create a new view. So let's apply a top and bottom. So let's double click on that. Again, I have a top material and a bottom, and both of them, as you can see, are standard. So let's double click on the top and I'm going to simply choose a color. So let's say that's my color for the top. Double click on the bottom. Standard again. I'm going to choose a color. How about that? Let's go back to the material level and let's simply select our sphere over here and apply this. And right now if I simply render, this is what I get. Let's also zoom in to our sphere and let's render it one more time. That's what I get. But the top and bottom material also comes with something called a blend value. So I can blend this in. And now if I render, you can see it's nicely blending. Let's uncheck the blend, or let's take the blend to 0. I can take the position up and down of where it's blending. So you can see right now it's blending over there. So that's your top and bottom. So the next one I'm going to see is going to be the blend material itself. So right here, blend. So if I just double click on blend, again, I've got a standard material and a standard. In this case, let's click on the material one, go to standard, and let's apply an actual map. So on the diffuse, another way of applying a map, how about if I apply, let's say, a cellular. So let's go to cellular over here, let's apply that. Let's go to material 2, and let's apply a pearl and marble. Let's go back to the material level and we've got something called a mix amount. But before that, let's apply this material again. So let's apply this to the teapot and let's click render and there you go. You just see the cellular right now. But now if I do a mix amount, if I mix this in and if I render it now, you'll see that it'll start showing my pearl and marble in a second. So you can see right now the pearl and marble is showing through the cellular. So you really got to play around with this value. The next one we're going to see is the ink and paint, which is a real great material for getting cartoony kind of effects on your models. So this one, I'm going to select the teapot in this case, and let's go and apply an ink and paint. So let's double click on ink and paint and select the teapot again in this case, and let's apply this. Double click on ink and paint. I've got lighted. If I go to paint levels to, let's say, 3, and if I render this, you can see this is what it looks like. A little expensive material to render. Also, I can turn on highlights, and if I render it, you can see my highlights over here. I can also turn off the shaded and give it a color. So you can see right over there. So you can really keep playing around with this. And again, everything will take maps. And here's your ink quality. And if I take it to 2 in this case, you'll see it's slightly more thicker. And the ink color, the outline color, and so on. The last one we're going to see is going to be the multi-sub object, which is a great material type. So it works on the concept of assigning material IDs to your objects. So let's double click on multi-sub object. It's going to ask me, if I double click over here, it's going to ask me set number. So you can go really high, as you can see. So you can go all the way to 1,000. But I'm just needing 6 right now because I'm going to apply it to 6 sides of a box. So that box is right over here, a simple box. And let's apply this material. Now the way the IDs are working is if I right click on the box, I convert it to editable poly. And this box already came with, if I just go down over here under edit geometry, let's open this. Let's open it right over here. And if I go to the polygon level, you'll see right over here under polygon material IDs. So I already had like the IDs over here. So if I say select ID 2, you can see the bottom face is selected. So this one already came with 6 IDs. And you can also set your own IDs right here. But right now, so I have 6 IDs on this. I'm simply going to go to the first one and go here and apply. And you can apply anything on each ID. I'm just going to apply a standard. And let's go to that standard and change the color to like a red. Then I'm simply going to copy that standard over and change the color to like a green. Copy that one over. Change the color to like a blue. And let's quickly see what's happening over here. So I have red, blue, and green. And then I can go back and copy this one over. And let's go and do kind of a orangish. And let's copy this one over. And let's go and do like a greenish, like a dark green. And like finally copy this one. And remember, I'm just copying them over, but you can apply any material type if you want to. So I can just have this one to be that color. So right now I have 6 different materials over here, which are all standard materials, as you can see. And there's applied to 6 different IDs on the box right over here.